I want first to share with you that I slept really bad last night. I practiced Lithuanian. And actually, I have a group, and my Lithuanian is really good, but we are communicating now through very bad medium. And Professor Vincentas explained me some days ago in the car while he was driving that there is like micro, meso, macro universe, and we discuss it. And there is now artificial intelligence universe, and in that universe, my Lithuanian is really good.
Labas rytas visiems. Čia norėčiau trumpai pristatyti šiandienos seminaro darbo plano. Dirbtuvės organizuojamos keliomis dalymis. Pirmiausia pateiksiu
Okay, if you turn here, you will see really how I'm talking properly.
Tada pereisime prie jūsų veiklos kūrybos. Informacijos reikalingas roboto apmokymui paieškom. Jūsų pokalbių roboto pagrindinių charakteristikų kūrimo ir apibrėžimo ir galiausiai pokalbių roboto sukūrimo internetinėje aplinkoje. Padėsiu jums visais techniniais žingsniais.
So, I can talk with artificial intelligence. I can talk Lithuanian. This is digital avatar, and there is one program in which you are video recording yourself in any language. You are uploading another text, and it switches and it really mimic the text and talk on that language. We will first start. Yesterday I want to share some examples with that my students, prospective biology teachers, how they develop custom-made or individualized chatbots for teaching. But we didn't have enough time, so we make it faster and shorter because of time limitation. However, this is one really interesting example, the biology, because in Austria, as I mentioned in our discussion 2 days ago, in Austria most of the pre-service teachers that are in the 3rd and 4th year of study, they are also in the school because of the shortage of teachers in the national level. So one of my students, she created a chatbot that helps students to execute laboratory work. And she really did everything. She custom made it for her biology labs, because if you ask ChatGPT will give you instruction. However, she literally made a picture of cupboards where are the equipment, chemicals, materials from, and then students are asking, and then like you will find that in this cupboard, and then they are, instead of asking teachers all the time, then they are asking chatbot. Chatbot is sending information, and they are just going there to collect what they need. That also gives her freedom to more communicated and correct mistakes for students. So she was not busy to answer repetitive questions, but she was more focused to provide feedback, and that give her more time. Also, if students made mistake, chatbot could also help them how to overcome it and go in the right direction. Another interesting example. I don't know why this presentation is a couple of seconds slower than screen on computer. However, another idea is, I think this is why developing critical thinking in media literacy. The teacher took the lesson, and then she made mistakes in the text, like switching mitochondria with Golgi apparatus or with nucleus and so on. And then when students get a question, their task was to check, is that what chatbot produced correct or wrong, at the basis of comparing information from chatbot, textbooks, and materials that teachers give for them. That also helps students to understand that the information that they are getting from chatbot could be possibly wrong or totally wrong. Third, and personally my really the best the best example was when one of the teachers, she fed the chatbot with information about organisms that are living in the schoolyard, and then students could always ask, what is the plant in that part, and then they are getting information when it's flowering, or if it's animal, when it will be visible, when it sleeps, what she or it eats, and so on. So that for me was like really interesting how we can connect like technology also with nature. In another example that I will not present today here because of again time limitation, one of the students also included students in data collection. They participated in data collections for chatbot training. I would like to hear your opinions. Which AI tools you have tried in your classroom, if any? If you take your mobile phone, then you scan this QR code and give the answer, it will pop here. Does it work? Okay, so we can start summarizing. Yeah, ChatGPT and Gemini are the highest tools that we are using, but we are using some fancy like Midjourney and so on. And that's something what is like most common situation in Austria. ChatGPT is like the most famous one and most applicable. However, I have to tell you, according to recommendation of European Union and UNESCO, those tools are not allowed to be used for education. Students that are younger than 13 years and students that are between 13 and 80 could use this only under supervision of parents, because still is unknown how it affects our human abilities, cognitive abilities, and so on. Also in the same recommendation from European Commission or European Union about using artificial intelligence tool in teaching, they are recommending that we should educate students how to use it only if chatbot is specifically created for educational purposes. For example, in Austria, we are starting to, on a country level, Austria negotiated with Open AI, that is the organization behind ChatGPT. So we are having ChatGPT Academic, which is we can control the data, and also Open AI and ChatGPT is not collecting the data from our students. So in that level, we can use it in educational purposes. However, the price is going higher and higher every day. When we are using these general chatbots that we name here, like Gemini, ChatGPT, any of those, we are getting the answers that are general, lack of the contents and pedagogy for education, and potential misinformation. When we are saying, when we are talking about how it's general, there is one proof that ChatGPT is surface expert in every topic, but he, she, or it is not expert in any of topics. So here I ask the same question in different level. I ask how many plants there is in Lithuania, how many plants there are in Skuodas, and how many plants it's here in the schoolyard of this school. So when we are talking, for example, about level of Lithuania, ChatGPT is giving really precise information, and I check it later. So this is the numbers that are in articles. Even he is breaking it, how many bryophytes, how many lichens, and so on. However, if we go a little bit narrow, so we are asking how many plants is in Skuodas. The ChatGPT is giving one really general answer. It's really rich flora, and really nice area, really nice environment, but we cannot push to get the right number. Also, if we go narrow enough and ask how many plants is in the schoolyard, he's serving information about the school, but he's not mentioning number of plants. Even he gives me also information how I can contact school to ask about plant species. So when we are talking when we want to adapt one chatbot for educational purposes, we can adapt it in several ways. First, we can adapt content. We can adapt language and tone in which chatbot is communicating with us. We can integrate curriculum. We can focus chatbot in specific educational goals, and we can focus it or adapt it to specific local environments. When we are talking about benefits, there we can talk about benefits for teachers and benefit for students. First benefit for teacher is controlling content in chatbot. That means the teacher is also responsible for the content in chatbot. The teacher is saving the time by automating the task. So for example, when the next matura exam starts, instead of answering all students in which room I am, you can feed the chatbot and share the QR code, and then students can ask the chatbot, and chatbot will pop the questions. So that saves time. Students can, in the classroom, if chatbot is leading, for example, lab work, then teachers could focus more on feedback and more constructive work, and also it modernizes the teaching. The teachers are fancy. We can also talk about benefit for students. First, chatbots are, in this case, personalized and adapted to characteristics of students. That means that we can adapt to specific needs, learning style, knowledge level for students, because if you ask ChatGPT, for example, what are mitochondria, he will jump all information like on the level from university medical students, and then students, it's not adapted for secondary or primary school students. It's interactive, and then also students can access it anytime, any place in their own pace, in their own learning time. When we want to custom made one chatbot, first we need to know what is the purpose, what are the functions of this chatbot. Then we need to define the tone. We can say the tone could be friendly, formal, angry, whatever. In general life we can define as a tone in communication. We always have to say chatbot what is his or her, his or its roles. And also, we need to define what is the goal of that chatbot. What is really good is that you can feed chatbot with your own teaching and learning materials, like with your scripts, tests, PowerPoint presentation, textbooks, materials, and so on. Chatbot will use this material to develop answer for students. Here we can limit it. No chatbot do not use information from other resources like web pages or other internet resources that are available. What is really important when we are adapting chatbot is, do we have rights to upload materials to chatbot? Because once when we upload it in chatbot, then anyone can use it further. So for example, in Professor Vincentas published some book and it's available in PDF form. ChatGPT use it anyhow. However, if we use it without asking for permission, we can have some legal consequences. Also, we can develop different scenarios. We can say chatbot how he's communicating. For example, we can make mistakes, as it was in this example for my students. There are also a possibility that we do not allow students to ask freely the questions, but the questions are in drop-down list, so they are selecting the question and the chatbot is answering. Really interesting is that we can also adapt the visual interface in chatbot, so that can also affect students' motivation, interest, and so on. We can develop the avatars, as I did at the beginning, upload it in chatbot, so we can give that kind of touch to our personal touch to our chatbot. We can use also different interface for different specific age group. For older students, that will be something more serious, something more sophisticated. For younger one, maybe something more playful and more interesting. What is really cool is the chatbot are giving us opportunity to integrate this QR code hyperlinks with other learning management systems like Moodle, Google Classroom, quizzes, Kahoots, like Kahoots, documents, Google Padlet, and so on. Let's go further. What is really important, and I find it equally important like everything else, as I understand, if I understand it good, here is really specific type of Lithuanian language. And if you communicate with ChatGPT on Bing or Microsoft Copilot, you will never, even if you communicate with Lithuanian, you will never get a dialect from here, because it's general academic Lithuanian languages. And in that way, we are becoming like all uniform. It doesn't matter if the students from Vilnius or from Šiaulius or from here, the Lithuanian language is always the same. That means that leads to students to use less and less this dialect, and that affects the development of students' language skills. However, if you custom-made chatbot, you can feed it with dialect that is here, with words that are here, and that also keep culture to develop with assisting of technology, not technology that is making the culture and specific cultural characteristics of small cities or small people in specific place are despairing and not existing. This is, for example, one how I, for example, can custom-made chatbot. For example, first I give the name, artificial intelligence in teaching workshop. Then I'm saying chatbot what is the his purpose, that he is tutor for workshop, that he used my personal lecture guide to provide support in his learning, that he is always friendly, that he is dedicated to students group, bachelor, master, doctoral students. The main goal is to facilitate students to understand learning materials. But what is really interesting, for example, I wrote here, this is really my example, that he's not giving direct answer to students. So he's always motivating them, providing information, but motivating them to draw conclusion by themselves and critically thinking. This is also what I'm usually saying to my chatbot. that there should be positive, encouraging, that they should compliment students, giving them feedback to their progress, that he should send a motivating message, that they should repeat, try again if it's wrong and something like that, be honest with them, and that's really important because at the basis of this information, chatbot will create answers or outputs for our students. One also example, this is more pedagogy. I'm always saying that instead of giving direct answers, ask leading questions. They encourage the students of the basic information to produce outputs. And this is really important. And this is really important because this affects our output and pedagogy in our school. Should we wait for this to stop or we should proceed? Okay, let's pretend that this doesn't exist. When we are customizing the chatbots, then we can use ChatGPT, and it's really simple. However, ChatGPT free version that we are not paying subscription is not allowing us to customize it. And also, no matter what we pay, we cannot exclude access from ChatGPT to other internet resources. So we can frame how he's answering. We can add all materials to explain chatbot how he should answer, but we cannot exclude internet resources. And here is one simple video. We are not going to ChatGPT because, so this is really simple way how we are adapting it. We are going to create, and then here we are writing instruction to ChatGPT, and then we can upload all materials, and he learns for it. However, the for free version it's not possible because they are forcing us to pay. However, there is one platform. Yes, we can share it via QR code and so on. However,
how much is it? Per month or per year?
I'm paying per month. My university pays for me. It's 20 euros because it's dollars. So the firms in euros. Yeah, 21 euros around 21.
A month.
Yes, and that is a medium version because premium one costs $200.
It can be used monthly and then you stop for a while and then add in.
Yes. You can stop subscription at any point. This is yes. Now a little bit.
Where is the create chat button you mentioned?
It depends on the language, because in German it says create, so that's why my translation was there. So, I talk super long. Now, short activities of yours. Can you please select one specific topic? It could be any topic, it doesn't necessarily need to be all lesson, just specific topic, and find some information that you would like to have in your chatbot. You can find it on internet, if you have presentation or anything. It's important that we have some text that we can train chatbots in. Group 2, persons on pairs, I'm kindly asking you to find like some text that we can use later in specific topic that we can later use for chatbot. This activity, this first activity, let's say 6 minutes, is it enough? Perfect.
Savo paštas čia yra programėlė.
Jūs per savo paštą jungiatės, o čia yra programėlė.
Branko.
Let's call it for example. You can just collect the material, like any text. What are you teaching? Let's say, what is interesting for primary? What are they? Oh, but can you
Gerai, kokios yra rūšys?
O ko kopijuoja?
O jūs irgi
Mes jau seniai. Laikyti. Kaip tikra?
Aš taip pat esu galvojau. Gerai, mes galime lietuviškai grybų.
Mes juokaujam.
Na, aš jau matau, kaip susnėžinau.
Ir mes turim tokį dalyką, kuris sako labai gerą pasakymą. Tavo bėgsis.
O čia rūšys, kokios yra grybų? Kurie to jau parašyti?
You just can we use this information because this is just given. You just copy paste we keep it here. Are we ready? Proceed? Because this will be just example. Because there is another more serious document. Can I kindly ask you to scan this document? Yeah, this is also. I'm sorry, but there is a lot of practical activities, but the goal that we really achieve. There is a document with 10 topics. Can you please start one Word document in your laptop and define each and every category? I can open the document so you can see what it is. Yes, this is. So,
can you repeat what?
Yes, of course. Here. Yeah, I will explain. We have 10. We have, is this working if I'm doing like this? We have 10 topics that are numbered 1, 2, 3, 5, until 10. We should define and describe our chatbot per each topic, like identity. Here we are like writing, you are chatbot for our secondary school. Your role is to interact with the students. Then scope, what she or it can do, and then this is just example. You are losing this, you are deleting this, and you are writing your own definition and structure for chatbot. Is this clear? Okay, should I explain it one more time? There is 10 topics that are defining our chatbot. Those are only examples. We are losing it, and at the basis of these examples, we are writing our instruction for chatbot. We can do it in Lithuanian. I think the chatbot will understand. Let's go. I know that that works in German, in English. I hope it works in Lithuanian as well. There is a 10 topics. No, we are opening another Word document. Yes, because this is just example, that's why I didn't let it. We are opening another Word document or laptop, and then we are writing it to our laptop. Yeah, can you open the I will explain. Open the Word document. Yes, and then we are writing yes, or in Finnish, how to say identification, and then we are yes, identification, and then we are saying chatbot. You are customer support agent for secondary school students, for subjects, etc. Do you need help? Do we need just basic information because that's No, we are just preparing now materials in both that we are using later. No.
Dabar žodžiu paruošim bordą. Medžiagą.
Vincentai, pakeiskit tą ekraną.
Like we are opening That's perfect. That's good. I'm just running because it's Instruction will be really short. So it's really just simple. We don't need necessarily to answer for this example or question. Let's have 5. But if we want really to develop chatbot for our teaching, the more detailed we provide information under these topics, the more chatbot will work better and better. 3 more minutes, then we are going further. Is it okay? Okay, we have to go to the next step. If you haven't answered all questions, doesn't matter. 3, 4 is more than enough. Can you please open the new window and search for botpress.com? New window and then botpress.com. Yes, there. Yeah, there, because there. Here. Perfect. And now we are writing. Yeah, that's right. The first. Okay, I can show here. Please make your profile just here, and that's like in any social platform. If you email, you are creating the profile. Like sign up, and there is. I cannot do it because I'm already registered, so you will see my profile. But there is a steps like for registering for a Facebook or any of those. You are using your emails because if you try with the students one, it will not work. We are just creating the profile now. Okay, now we have all. Yes, we have all materials. You are registered. Just a moment. When you are registered in this chat botpress, now we can develop chatbot. We are going first for this create bot options, and then we are going further. First, yes, first we are giving the name of chatbot, and then we are editing it in Studio. That means there we are first copy pasting all definition for chatbots. It lasts some time, sorry. Yes, here we are copying 10 answers on first 10 questions. Here we are feeding chatbot with the data. It could be PDF, it could be Excel sheet, it could be web page, it could be any material that we decide is good enough to be used. So here is answer on all 10 questions. I also prepared it and I just copy paste it. Of course, we have always to save it when we copy-paste it. Sorry, my computer is in German, but this is how it looks. It's the same question, just in German. And then we are selecting the databases. It could be PDF, it could be any. We can upload it or copy-paste, depends what we selected. We find the document. Yes. And then here we can try our chatbot. I will come to assist you. Have you succeeded? Sorry. Okay, we have one successful example. Can I kindly ask you if you can just demonstrate? But I don't know how we are. Okay, how we can connect. If I stop. Yes, like here. Here is like you are going this new line cast on Google, and then there is.
Maybe there is an HTML.
Is there? We have one example done. How was the name of two colleagues? Sorry. Your names. Rokos and Aušrinė are done. So let's see one example at least.
Tai mes truputį iškrypom iš užduoties kaip blogi mokiniai ir pabandėm sukurti chatbotą, kuris atsakytų į klausimus apie bitininkystę. Visiems atrodo, kad bitininkai yra labai draugiški ir faini žmonės, bet ką mes su Roku patyrėm, kad bitininkai iš tikrųjų yra gana pikti. Nežinom kodėl, bet visą laiką atsakymai būna tokie, jeigu tu ten paklausi, tai kaip ten su to motinėlėm reikia daryti, arba ten kaip ten išsaugoti bitę žiemą. Nu, bičiuli, žinok, tau čia nepavyks, čia taip gerai.
Jo, kai bitininkas sako bičiuli, tai čia būna ta tokia.
Tai žodžiu, mes priėmėm šitą pikto bitininko vaibą ir pabandėm, kad jisai atsakytų į klausimus su tokiais juokeliais, bet nespėjom padaryti, kad tie juokeliai būtų erliciški.
Tokia truputį juodo humoro tokia, nes mes bandom, kad jis taip patrauktų per dantį, bet dar neišeina, tai dar reikės padirbėti.
Taigi, tai pabandykim dabar...
Can you just hide this?
Yes.
So we can see.
Pabandysim dabar jį. Labas, ar gali atsakyti į keletą klausimų apie bites? Ką šis? Labas, juk atvykai bičių pasaulį. Čia, kur darbas niekada nesibaigia, o bites ne visada saldus. Na, sakyk, kokie klausimai tave kankina apie bites? Kodėl tu taip pesimistiškai pasitiki mane? Na, pažiūrim. Na, kaipgi tai? Bičių pasaulyje nėra laiko optimizmo. Kas dirba dieną naktį, o mes bitininkai tik stengiamės neatsilikti. Bet jei jau čia esi, galime kartu rasti šiek tiek medaus tarp visų šių rūpešių. Kuo galiu padėti? Na gerai, paklauskime jo.
Kaip paruošti žiemai?
Arba kaip paruošti gerą medų. Gerai, nu, pažiūrim, gal išmąstys kažką. Geras medus prasideda nuo tinkamo bičių priežiūros ir medaus surinkimo proceso. Štai keli pagrindiniai žingsniai, sveikos bitės, medaus filtravimas, brandinimas, labai gerai.
Parašykite, kavą gerti su medum ar su cukrum?
Gerai. Ar kavą gerti su medumi ar su cukrumi? Pažiūrim, ką jis atsakys. Ką, čia jau skonio reikalas. Jei nori būti bičių draugas, rinkis medų, jis natūralus, turi daugiau naudingų medžiagų ir beje skonis puikus. Bet jei esi cukrus fanatikas, tai irgi tavo pasirinkimas, kad nepamiršk, kad bitės už medų dirba sunkiau nei fabrikai už cukrų. Taigi, ką rinksiesi, bičių darbą ar fabrikų mašinas? Labai supratau atsakymą.
Ir mes iš šaltiniai įdėjome tik tai bitininkas LT informaciją. Būtent visą tokį produktą. Kaip enciklopedija.
Okay, we have one more example, so we are really successful, but I would like from you to summarize it for me. What was the chatbot about? I didn't get any.
Yeah, so it's angry beekeeper.
Aha!
Beekeeping consultant with like dark humor.
Oh,
Twist.
oh, I like that kind of humor, so that's cool. Was it difficult? No, it was really.
No.
We have one more super example, so the colleague can show.
How to disconnect?
There is a button. Yes. Yes. Well done. So we have one more good example. Good, successful.
I'm not sure. Okay, tai aš, reiškia, taip. Daviau užduoti parengti užduotis 12 klasės mokiniams, tarkim, taip, iš azoto ciklo ekosistemoje. Taip. Nenurodžiau kiek užduočių. Tai matysim, kiek čia jisai. Gal galėtumėte patikslinti, kokio tipo užduočių norėtumėte. Nu, kokių mums reikia? Testo. Kaip? Testos. Testo, gerai.
Testo 10 užduočių.
Taip. Testo klausimai. Nu gerai, 5 testo klausimai. Teisingai, būkim konkrečiai. 5 testo klausimai. Kas? Uždaro tipo. 5 testo klausimai. 5 uždaro tipo. Uždaro tipo testo klausimai. Nu gerai, bandom. Ką darys?
O tai ta medžiaga.
Puiku, ar galėtumėt patikslinti, ar klausimai turėtų būti į teoriją? Nu tai ką mes norim? Į teoriją gal? Nu tai taip. Azoto ciklo teorija. Tebūnė taip. Nu ir va. Taip, tai galim pasižiūrėti. Kuri šių procesų yra azoto fiksacija. Taip. Va, galim matyti. Mikroorganizmai.
Dabar reikia parašyti atsakymus dar.
Koks yra... Ar šie klausimai atitinka... Ar atitinka mūsų lūkesčius? Taip. Gal paprašiau atsakymą. Tai galim parašyti, prašom paryškinti teisingus atsakymus. Prašau paryškinti.
Down? Yes. Can you please summarize just what was the chatbot about? What was the content?
Content was fixation of nitrogen.
Nitrogen. And how it works?
I guess yes. Maybe we can ask to prepare some scheme or diagram.
Yes, but I don't know. Let's try. Maybe it is.
1 minute.
Azoto ciklo schema, ne? Azoto ciklo
Workaholics.
schema. Procesus. Taip. Pagalvos iki pietų. Pagalvos iki pietų. Nu tai o kur schema tada? O kur schema? Where can I find diagram?
That is really important. If we want diagram, we have to feed chatbot with several diagrams, with pictures. So he cannot produce something if he didn't give information about something. This was like brief development, like in several minutes. But if we upload more the material with better quality, we will get outputs with better quality. So if we found, for example, in internet that it's available in the Creative Commons license that we can use it, and we upload it in Chatbot, then he learns from it and he can produce it. But however, when we didn't give those information, he doesn't have that knowledge and he cannot work with it.
But excuse me, if you can see that I put my own file in this, you can see azoto apitaka.
Pictures must be separately uploaded, because if it's in the document, he cannot analyze it so well. So it's the best if you upload, if you make a screenshot and then you are uploading picture per picture, because that's better. Yeah. Just can you say there? When we are done and satisfied, we are selecting this publish option. We are getting one link. We can share this link with our students, and then they are only able to communicate with Chatbot, not manipulate with the data inside. We are getting literally something like ChatGPT with our data. It's really interesting. Students like it, especially if like first group and in your was trying with a picture, but humor was really good in good one. And if you make it with students, then they really adore it. Especially if we personalize it, that he's making the jokes that are like specific to some group of the students in school and so on. Thank you very much. It's not heavy. If you have something to ask, we can always meet online. I'm super willing to assist. Thank you very much.